Good morning and welcome to BOTB head office in Parsons Green in southwest London. It's Monday the 28th of November and we're here today to judge last week's Dream Car competition, week 47, which ran from the 21st to the 27th of November. Just before we start, I'd like to say congratulations once again to last week's winner, Sadir Singh, who won the fantastic Porsche 911 Carrera plus 10 grand in cash. You can see us surprising him on both our YouTube channel and the website. I'd now like to hand over to Mark Rimmer from Onside Law, who'll be overseeing today's judging.
Hi there, my name is Mark Rimmer from Onside Law and I'll be overseeing the judges this morning. First, I confirm that the competition data has already been set to the auditors Wilkins Kennedy. I'd now like to introduce today's judges and ask them to pick a car out of the bag to determine their seating position. First up, I'd like to introduce Matthew Ray.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my name is Matthew Ray. I'm affiliated in multiple counties across England and a referee from grassroots to professional academies.
Okay.
Yellow car.
And second up, I'd like to introduce Mr. Matt Cannon.
Morning, Mark. Hello, my name is Matt Cannon. I'm a senior county referee. I referee in the London area. I still play football now. Thank you. And car. Red.
And third up, I'd like to introduce Mr. Sol Campbell.
Good morning. My name is Sol Campbell. I've played over 500 times in the Premiership and I'm currently looking for a managerial job. Orange.
And fourth up today, it's Mr. Trevor Weaver.
Morning, Mark.
Morning, Trevor.
Good morning, I'm Trevor Weaver, been refereeing for nearly 30 years, currently refereeing on the Southern Amateur League and the Amateur Football Combination. Blue.
And last but not least, I'd like to introduce Mr. Leo Donlan.
Hello Mark. Hello, my name's Leo Donlan. I'm an ex-professional football player with Chelsea, Fulham and Leyton Orient. I also played non-league football with Farnborough, Hendon and Wilson. Green.
Thank you. Okay, judges, please mark on the screen where you think the centre of the ball should be. I'll ask you to do this individually for a few minutes before justifying your position. I'll then ask you to all come to a panel decision on the central screen. Are we all done, or do we need any more time?
Okay.
Hi Matt, if you could just justify your position to us, please.
Yeah, there's three players in shot. Player on the far left, the red player, is basically on looking, but you can sort of judge the height of the ball, I think, by the way he's looking. He's not looking up, he's looking directly across at the players. The player in red on the right hand side is looking up, and obviously the ball is, I believe, over the top of his head. He's misjudged it. Yeah. And the player in blue, I think, is just about to head the ball. He's got his mouth open and not slightly, forehead furrowed. And apart from pushing the guy on the right with his arm, I believe he's going to head the ball. And I put the ball above the right-hand player's head, ever so slightly to the right, and in line with the blue player's eyes.
Hi Matthew, please could you justify your position for us, please?
Yep, so I'm in agreement. We've got two players who are looking at the ball. The player on the left-hand side is on looking, so I've not used him too much to gauge where the ball is. I think the player in red on the right-hand side has either misjudged it or the player in blue's pushing him forward, so he's not going to get the ball. The player in blue is going to win the ball, but I do still think the player in red can see the ball. So I've placed the marker directly above his head and used the player's eyes in the player in blue's eyes to gauge both the height above the red player's head, and that's why I've placed it where I have done.
Great, thanks. Hi Leo, if you could just justify your position for us, please.
Yeah, I've gauged it by the two players who are focusing on the ball, the blue and the red player. I think the ball is above the red player, however I don't think he's going to win the challenge. I think the player in blue is above the ground. I think he's got his arm is sort of on his back, so he's going to put him off heading that ball, so I believe the player in blue will win this header. And just gauging by his body language, his eye line, and the playing red's eye line as well. That's where I've decided to place my cross.
Thank you. Hi Sol, if you're just able to justify the position of the ball, please.
There's 3 players in shot. There's one player in red, just an onlooker. The player in blue is totally in control with it, and I've used his eye line. I think the player in red is not going to win the ball, but I've kind of looked at his eyes and how his neck is and head arched back. I think he's at the end of his range of him looking at the ball, but I think the ball is definitely going to be won by the player or defender in blue, and I've kind of put this mark and cross where I feel the ball is, and that's how I've gauged it.
Great, thanks. Okay, Trevor, if you could just justify the position of the ball for us, please.
Yes, as already been said by my colleagues, ball by the shape of the red player's head tilted back is passing him more or less over his head. The blue player is going to win that ball in my opinion, and just going by the shape of his head and the one eye we've got, I've come maybe slightly higher than my colleagues, but he's definitely going to win the ball, and taking the red player, shape of his head, blue player's eyes and the way he's leaping with one arm up, I've placed my mark there.
Great, thanks. Great. Judges, now please could you come to a panel decision on the central screen?
Okay, gents. Just looking at Trevor's cross. So Trevor, you're furthest to the left there.
Yeah.
So do you think you can move over a little bit?
Well, yes, I mean, I've gone also highest as well, haven't I noticed?
Well, the average of
the average
of you is really up that stanchion, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about.
I think we're.
Do you feel it's dropping down, Trevor?
No, the other one, right.
Well, that's what I was thinking. It was dropping down, but obviously, I looked at his eyes and I thought he was looking up more than. If you put the magnifier, Leo, on his eye on
The blue.
blue, please. That was all. See, that looks to me looking pretty.
I suppose we can get something in between, can't we?
Yeah, I think we're gonna see now. No, see, I would have said that eye was looking more at that angle.
So you think higher, Trevor?
Oh no! Well, no, I've got to go with other people as well.
I also accept that if it was higher, I think he wouldn't be coming at the ball sort of flat
Yeah.
as the 3 of us. I think we've all assumed the ball's coming in quite
That's
low.
what you.
And
Yeah.
also the guy
They're
on
not
the
jumping,
right,
are they?
he's not looking up at all. He's looking in this
Yeah.
general area across. I know he might be miles away, but
And also because we are.
And they're not
Should be
jumping.
over here a bit more, shouldn't we?
Yeah,
If
so
we're going to
maybe
the
an average point like
yeah.
that, something like.
And they're not
something
jumping.
like that.
And
he's on that,
And on the
that
white,
right hand.
on the white line as well. On this stuff.
Yeah, they're not jumping on
Makes a big difference.
you don't think Blue's jumping at all because he's so much higher than.
I think he's.
No, I think
he's
he's
pushing
pushing
him
it down,
as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably trying to kind of
Yeah.
hold it up, and he's pushed him back, getting his position.
Yeah, he's
But,
winning
but
there.
3 of us are really right down here
Yeah,
on that corner.
I
Yeah.
would like to bring it lower.
You want to go lower?
Of course, yeah, there's 3 of you there.
Yeah.
You're so close, aren't you?
I also think if the ball was higher, I think he's
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
That's the
yeah.
other thing.
So I think that's
That's a good average of
average of where we're at.
that's
Yeah, just have a look
Yeah.
I
at
think
it.
the red player still can kind of see it is at his end of his range of his eyes.
Yeah.
So I think the ball should be just about in his sights because you can see that.
Yeah.
Can we have another look at the blue player's eyes? Just to see. Just take that
Just
marker off
move,
his
take
eye.
the.
Oops.
Oh,
Oops.
no, you've
There you go.
taken it. No, it's over
It's the
there
other one.
on the next one. That's it there. So you just move it to, don't click it. That's it.
Yeah. So now I thought
Is that quite high?
that was his look, and I mean almost the corner of his.
So you're going to go a touch lower?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. So fucking.
Well, that's going really.
Well, that's no.
with the three.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
Slightly higher.
Sol's lower,
Yeah.
ever so slightly.
Soul's
low.
Above that little red.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I think that height's.
I wouldn't want to go too much higher than that.
I would like to come slightly to the right, so it's directly above his eyes. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah. If you're gonna.
So I think perhaps the height's
Well,
right.
he knows he's going to go over his head.
Maybe on the white line.
Yeah.
The soul was saying it's right on the edge of. You can
His
see.
vision. Well, that's a good.
How does that look?
Let me just come over a bit to the left myself.
Just a touch, yeah.
The three of us are really all.
Just a, yeah.
That's a bit there.
Not for me.
His eye line's good. Isn't
Yeah.
it?
I'm happy with that. So no, if anyone wants to
Yeah.
If it works for
move
all
it
of them.
again.
Well, I'm gonna concede.
I'm happy with that.
As it were.
I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
We all happy with it?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Now let me just submit judgment. Okay, so the following pixels were selected. It's 1270 and 862. So once again, one more time, the coordinates are 1270, 862. Thank you, judges. These coordinates will now be passed to Wilkins Kennedy to calculate the winner of the competition, and they'll then inform BOTB. That concludes the judging process. Thank you all very much.